What if I told you that over 2000 years ago, China was already connected to Europe, India, and the Middle East, not by planes, not by ships, but by a vast network of deserts, mountains, and caravans. This was the Silk Road, one of the greatest trade networks in human history. But here's the twist, it didn't start as global trade, it started with one empire's ambition. The Silk Road began during the time of the Han Dynasty around 130 BCE. China was powerful but isolated. Then came a man named Xi'an. He was sent west by the emperor to form alliances. But what he discovered was much bigger. He found entire civilizations in Central Asia, Persia, and beyond. And suddenly, China wasn't alone anymore. It had something the world desperately wanted: silk. The Silk Road wasn't just one road, it was a network stretching from China to the Mediterranean. Caravans of camels carried goods across the deadly Taklamakan desert, the towering Pamir mountains, bustling overseas cities. This journey could take months, even years, and it wasn't just about goods, it was about connection. China had something no one else had mastered: silk production. For centuries, China kept the secret of silk making hidden, exporting silkworms or knowledge punishable by death. Because silk wasn't just fabric, it was luxury, power, currency. Even the Roman Empire became obsessed with Chinese silk. Roman elites wore it as a symbol of wealth, even though they had no idea how it was made. China, without ever meeting Rome directly, was influencing its culture. Along the Silk Road, cities became melting pots of civilization, starting from Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an, the eastern capital of China. Then westward to places like Dunhuang, gateway to the desert, Kashgar, a cultural crossroads, Samarkand, a jewel of Central Asia. These weren't just straight stops, they were places where languages mixed, religions spread, and cultures fused. The Silk Road wasn't just goods, it carried ideas. One of the biggest transformations, the spread of Buddhism into China. Monks traveled from India through Central Asia, bringing scriptures, philosophy, and art. At the same time, Chinese inventions moved west, Persian culture moved east. Even diseases like the Black Death traveled along these routes. It was globalization before the modern world existed.